So this is my guy Dewey. He's 3 this year. He was gotten out of an auction with his mommy when he was just days old. Then he went to quarantine, and he was in quarantine for 2 months before he was ready to be released, and even then he was still sick. Both of them were emaciated and, very unhealthy, and had upper respiratory infections and, the whole 9 yards. So I've had him since he was 2 months old, if you will. And he's 3 this year. He turned 3. I gave him the birthday of May 1st because the auction was on May 14th, and he already existed. We'll assume he was days old, but I'm going to say, no more than 2 weeks old for sure. So I gave him the birthday of May 14th. So I've only sat on him and walked him around. I haven't really tried to ride him. And that was done live. So that exists on Facebook somewhere as a live. I also can break it apart. Oh, this brush's got white hairs on it. It was Logan's. I rode Logan earlier. Got Logan's hair on it. Hey, where are you going? So he doesn't have a lot of experience having, like the bear pad put on him, or, a saddle of any kind. He's had, blankets put up over his head and stuff like that, but he doesn't have a lot of experience with this kind of thing being wrapped around his belly. But I do everything as if he's already had it done all his life. Wait, there's another horse just over there that's keeping his attention. Hey, stand still. So he just doesn't know what to do. That's why he's thinking about moving his feet so much. It's not because he's being anxious about this. He just doesn't know what he's supposed to be, doing. Wait. So again, this isn't about what I'm doing right now. It's just about him not knowing if he should be standing still, if he should be moving, if he should come over to me sideways because he doesn't know what to do. So he's asking, what should I do? Because he says, I'm confused. That's why he just tried to come to me sideways. I teach all my horses that if they're trying to communicate, I'm not sure what you want, but I don't want to be bad. That's how they do that. They'll come over to me sideways. To just let me know that, hey, I'm not trying to not do what you want, but I just don't know what it is you want. So in his case, that's what that was. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, my sweet boy. Wow, those are your guts. Got some serious gut sounds going on there, buddy. What I like about bareback pads, specifically for starting young horses, is it's light, obviously. I don't have to do it super tight. And it helps me feel all their intentions, right? So if I feel his back balling up on me, I'll feel that with the bareback pad way before I would feel it under a saddle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask him to move his feet. And today I'm gonna reestablish, he knows the trot command, which is double kissing. Let me get a couple more things out of the way here. So what I'll do is I'm gonna double kiss, tell him to pick up the trot. So that way when I sit on him and I ask him to trot, he's just gonna hear his kiss command. Hey, come on, we're not in here for that. He'll just hear the kiss command, and we'll pick up the trot instantly because he just knows what he's being asked to do. So I try to make sure all that stuff is done before I start sitting on him. So that way, the only thing he has to figure out the day I ride him is how to balance my weight. He doesn't have to figure out that I'm trying to ask him to trot. He doesn't have to figure out that I'm trying to ask him to canter. He already knows that by a cue. So kiss once means go at a walk. So as you get out of your view. Do I need to move this barrel? I only put these barrels in here to give us like some place to steer to when we start steering. But they don't need to be in my way either. Okay, so one kiss means walk. Two kisses means trot. One kiss while he's trotting, if he's thinking about not trotting anymore, one kiss means keep trotting. So if he was to start looking like he was going to break, I would single kiss to keep him trotting. If he breaks, I'll leave him alone when he does the right thing. Single kiss to just say keep trotting. Single kiss, keep trotting. Keep trotting. Good. Tell him to stop. Let him know that that's all we're doing, because he's a little, I can't hear his breathing necessarily. Can you hear his breathing? So he's a little worried about what I'm asking him to do. He's like, I don't know, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? So I'm going to back him away. Back, 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 back. Tell him to go out and a walk. Tell him to trot. Single kiss to keep him trotting. Tell him to stop. Tell him he doesn't have to come all the way up to me. So this is him saying, I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm not trying to be bad. I don't know what you want me to do though. So I'd really like to get that trot established, so I might do it in hand as well. Get here. So that he can feel me go with him at a trot too. Walk. Good. Walk. Good. Good. Walk. Since when do you pull at the gate, Ritz? Walk. Walk. Didn't say go. So if I was to say, is he ready to ride? I don't think so. I don't think so. He's a little confused at what I want from him. Walk. Good. Let's see if we can just get him to relax a little bit. Hey. Hey, relax a little bit. Relax a little bit. Pay attention to me. What I want to be able to see is, can I go and that trot come right away? Sit back and walk. I want to see if every time I kiss for a trot, he just picks it up. Like, you know, like I change channels. Not like he's got to sit here and process it. So I should be able to just walk. Good. Okay, so he's very nervous. He doesn't really know why I took him away from his buddies and why, you know, why he's just being asked to run around. So he should know this. And he should know this coming from other places, not just me leading kind of around the mounting block. So like I should be able to set them up. Can you see that other barrel? I should be able to set them up kind of next to this other barrel. I'm gonna go ahead and high yield him the other way. See if I can leave him right here. Oh, see if I can leave him right there. Stand. 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 Can I leave him right there? Stand. Stand. Good. Can I ask him to come here and step over to the mounting block? Good job. Good job. Good job. Remind him what it's like to see me on both sides of him. Now remember, I only sat on him once and rode him where he wanted to go. I steered him a couple times towards the end, but for the most part, I only rode him based on where he wanted to go. Today, I'm going to try to ride him, you know, on a where I want him to go kind of thing. So, can he come all the way from where he is? Hey. Back. 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 Good job. Good job. Walk him off. So the bareback pad, or the mounting block, actually has nothing to do with riding as far as my horses should be concerned. It's just where I, you know, lean over them or rub on them or, you know, just do something like that. It shouldn't mean riding to them. Like that shouldn't be the immediate connection. So I have not tried. Come on, it's not why we're here. Come on. I have not tried on. I have a head stall that has a rope noseband. I don't plan on bitting him. I don't bit all my horses. I think I have I have 3 that have ever had a bit in their mouth. One's never been a riding horse because he had a broken back and they didn't know it, and that's how I acquired him, because nobody could train him, and that's because he was in pain. So he's had a bit in his mouth because other people were trying to train him, but not because I ever put a bit in his mouth. Logan had a bit in his mouth because Logan was being trained to be somebody else's horse. You know, he came to me as somebody else's horse. And Ritz had a bit in his mouth because I rode him in, you know, a show, and in the show ring, so he needed to have a bit in his mouth for the show ring. We need to put it up a little bit more. So I do have to do some more. So again, there's no bit. This is just a rope noseband. Three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on the third. Sorry. And also the nice thing about the rope halter is I can always just throw a bridle right over it. Cute little boy. What did I do with those reins? One thing I learned from this accident is I will not use newer reins for starting new horses, because not only are they still kind of slick because they're not dirty, but they also have some give in the fabric so they can stretch, and that's where I lost control, is the reins actually stretched and then slipped through my hands. Are you kidding me? It's actually good that that happened because I didn't have my phone in like crawl to range. I like to keep a phone in crawl to range when I start new horses because, if you put it up on a ledge somewhere, you can't guarantee that you don't have a broken something that is going to make it so you can't get to that ledge and get to your phone. So I always put my phone in crawl to range. So I just put my phone just outside the arena on the ground, or like in there, in this case, in the brush box. So I should be able to bring him nosed to the mounting block and then ask him to spin around just by putting my hand up in the air, telling him to back up. I give him a little wiggle, ask him to step his front end away, see if he can remember what we did. So I'm just going to get on him like I've done it 1,000 times. I'm going to ask him to step off. Good. 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 Yeah. So at this stage, I don't squeeze them. I rely on them knowing their go cues. So he's breathing a little bit hard, so I'm just trying to make sure that he knows that I'm okay, I'm up here, you're okay. Good. He just doesn't know what I want from him. So we're just going to try to love on him a little bit, let him know he's doing great. Maybe circle this barrel, give him something to do. Set him off balance a little bit. Good. Circle this barrel. Good. And then just, go with him. And also the nice part about mounting blocks or bareback pads is you can just kind of roll with them real easy. You can feel all their movements and you can let them take your movement, or you can take their movement in your body without having too much of a, like you're not polishing your saddle. I guess this was one of the things I remember hearing them say when I was a kid. Polish your saddle. So right here is where I have the best connection to him. So I might ask him for the trot right here. Good. Dewey. No, Dewey. No. Even in my pre-ride exam, I noted that Dewey was not ready to even be ridden, let alone asked to trot. He was spooky and squirty in the trot in hand. So, in error, I got on him. Okay. I would have rather hit the ground, not the... Oh, something's popping there. Oh boy. Yeah, you hurt mommy. Yeah, you did. Crashed her right into the panels. Now, one thing I want to make perfectly clear is even though I got hurt as a result of my own stupidity, it is not the horse's fault that this happened. He got spooked because I asked him to do something he wasn't ready to be asked to do, and then he ran because he felt weight that he didn't experience before at that speed. He did nothing wrong, and it's okay that he got scared.
Now watch this good boy, Dewey. He's going to try to come sideways over to the mounting block because he knows that that's his job when I approach the mounting block. He's such a good boy. Right then I realized that my microphone fell off my helmet. So of course I have to go back and find it. Priorities, you know. Found it! I might have broke my leg, buddy. I might have broke my leg. Okay. On to the crawl to range phone. Anyone else think it's funny that I specifically explained that just mere minutes ago? But wait, the trainer in me says, I can't leave you on that note. I have to at least take you back to the mounting block and make sure that you're okay with me leaning across you. So, off to the mounting block we go. You're okay. Then, of course, he magically touches that spot.
Ow, don't touch that. That hurts right there. Right where you just touched. That hurt. Wait. You're okay. Oh, I think I broke my leg, buddy.
It's moments like these I'm so grateful that I taught my horses the grandpa walk. They match my pace.
Hello.
So, how do you feel about going to the ER?
What? I can't hear you. Say that again, babe. I can't hear you.
How do you feel about going to the ER?
Why?
I might have broke my leg.
What? I'm right down.
All right.
All right, bye.
Wait. You're okay. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. You got scared. You're not in trouble for getting scared. But you need to stop moving. Dewey, you need to stop moving, bud. You're fine. You're not in trouble. Okay? You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. Okay? Did you get to see that? Yeah, you did. Okay, well, at least it's on tape. Okay. Look out! Yeah, that sucked. I knew he wasn't ready, and I shouldn't have, even when he squirted. When I first started asking for a trot, it was stupid of me to keep asking for it. So I made a stupid mistake. Okay. So I gotta get him back out to his paddock, and then I guess turn you off.
Let me take him. Let me take him. I will get him in the paddock. I will get him in the paddock. You're not going. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Let me take him. No, I'm taking him. Get here. Good boy. Go. Get in the car. Get in the car. I will not get hurt. I promise you. I will not get hurt.
So let's recap. I did a pre-ride exam on Dewey, and I saw that he had a lot of fire in his feet, and he really wasn't understanding my trot cue today because he was distracted by whatever was giving him such anxiety. Dewey is normally a very chill horse and pretty agreeable to anything I ask of him. So for him to be in that state of mind was unusual. And I guess because it was unusual, I just thought it was going to pass, instead of working him through it and recognizing that he was having trouble, for whatever reason, with his energy. So I made the mistake of just giving him the benefit of the doubt that he was better along in his training than he was, where he could override whatever was causing him anxiety. I noted that he was not ready to even be ridden, let alone asked to do something new. So every bit of this session was a listen to your gut. Preemptively, my phone warned me by having the alarm go off while it was sitting in the buggy, which meant I had to actually climb over the fence to get it in order to put it where I said I normally would put it. I can't express enough the importance of having your phone within your reach under all circumstances. I do not believe in putting your phone on your horse in a saddlebag or something like that, because if you take a fall and your horse takes off, especially if you're out on a trail or something and your horse runs back to your trailer, you have no hope of getting anybody to help you unless somebody comes up upon you. So in training sessions, I always keep my phone in crawl to range, so I can guarantee that if at the very least I can drag my body over to the phone, I can still make a call for help. I don't put it on my person because I worry about it either me forgetting to turn my ringer off, or there being some kind of vibration, or the house camera alarms go off and I thought I snoozed them or something like that. I don't want something buzzing or, vibrating on my horse when I'm starting a new horse. So trust your gut. Put your phone where you can get it.